Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Travis of Poised RC and we are headed up to Central Indiana Crawler Comps for WERCROCK. We're going to run a couple classes up there, 3 to be exact. We're going to have a great time, so check it out. We are out here, Central Indiana Crawler Comps in Lebanon, Indiana. Driver meeting going on right now. I'm pretty familiar with the rules, so I'm going to skip it. Sorry, Rob. Got the rigs all ready to go. Bunch of people here. It's growing every single month. Super excited about it. In October, they're gonna host not really a replacement for nationals, but they're holding an event, so all the locals that are here have like a national type event, 2 days. It's gonna be sick. If you get a chance to go to Central Indiana Crawler Comps and check out their page and their information, stuff they got, go ahead and do that. So every time I have come up here, there's always people posting up their stuff for sale. I really enjoy coming up to these things because there's a lot of times where I'll catch something that I need and somebody will have it and I'll be able to buy it right there on the spot instead of having to wait for shipping, things like that. Also, lots of really cool rigs, lots of inspiration, lots of good drivers, lots of people just to have a really good time with. And you know, it's not too serious. They hand out some trophies at the end, and it's just really fun. As you can see, our terrain is all man-made. We don't have a lot of natural terrain out here, so we make do with what we got. And we still manage to have a great time. Today, I was a terrible YouTuber, and I didn't film anything, so the clips you're about to see were from another user, Tommy Early. Thank you again, bro, and I hope you guys enjoy my 1.9 Unlimited runs. This is the first course. He caught it about halfway through, so there's only a couple gates left before I'm finished. I ended up having a perfect score on this course 1, which was -40. They don't really do the scale points up there because there's not a lot of time. It's just one guy that hosts everything. Rob does what he can, so they don't do the scale points, but yeah, -40 on this run. I'm really glad he caught this one because I almost got into trouble big time. Luckily, I was able to engage the dig, and I had enough steering angle and just enough grip to get pulled over, to get back to flat, and grip up, re-engage four-wheel drive, and pull myself on up through. Here we go on course 2. This one wasn't too crazy, but there are a couple situations where I got to use both front and rear burn, and really showcasing how smooth that 314 RC controller mod just really is. The rear steer is just so fluid, it's so natural, it just makes it super easy to use. And I really just couldn't be happier with that controller setup. The digs being easy to get to at all times makes those super functional and very easy and intuitive to use. And we're about to pause time so that we can reposition and see what the heck we're doing. So I'm gonna walk around and continue about the course. These next 2 gates, I want to say this one coming up right here, it's hard to tell, but it was on a super crazy side hill, off camber, decline. Like, I wasn't sure what to do here, but we made it work. As you can see, I do my normal super high approach. I was really worried that if I approached from any further down that I was going to topple over, and it turns out I was just too high up and I do end up hitting this gate, and that ended up being my only penalty across all 3 courses, and I ended up with a -110 out of a possible -120. So super happy. You know, it was just a great day overall. Just sneaking through these gates as I can, just kind of a lot of belly dragging type gates. So you kind of got to sneak through them and just kind of wiggle your way through and without hitting the gates left and right. And it's challenging. It's a different kind of terrain, but it is challenging, and it's definitely worth giving a try. This next gate 4 was another one that was really off camber, mega side hill, downhill, very, very tough. So again, I just approach from as high as possible because I know gravity's going to want to naturally just pull me down. So I try to stay as far away from that bottom gate as possible at all times. And we were able to sneak through this one pretty easily. Once we were through there, on to gate 5, we got pretty close. It wanted to scoot over and it almost did it, but we narrowly missed that gate and avoided another gate penalty because that would have been a super bummer. But we got through there, gate 5, and just drived on down to the finish. And here we go for course 3. I ended up having a perfect run on this one as well. I was overlooking this course at the start, and I've seen this kind of line coming through here. Again, start high, let gravity pull you down if it needs to. I was hoping to stay up on that ledge, but we did slide down, but it was okay because there was enough room for my tire between that rock and the gate, and then just keeping my rear end just as far away from that lower gate as possible and getting on through there. So here we pull dig to get turned down, and then I'm like kind of looking around and contemplating my life on what I'm gonna do, and I'm just kind of hesitating, like what am I gonna do, and then I figure it out and take off. Here I'm going to engage my rear burn to get my rear end pushed downhill to give me a better approach to this next gate, and it worked out absolutely perfectly. It put my rear end right where I needed it to be so I could get up through there successfully. As I was driving up this, I was looking at that peak going, oh no. But luckily there was just enough room to let me get through there, but I didn't have to drag my belly on up through it. I just kept my tires hooked on the outside of it and prayed for the best. The next gate, though, I really wished I had approached it differently. And I said this during the comp, but I took all the voices out of the original video because, you know. But, oh, sorry, not this gate. This gate was pretty relatively easy, but it did not allow me to set up for this bonus gate very effectively. I wish I would have rear steered to the right much sooner, because I end up getting pretty bellied out. But again, that rear burn kind of saved our butts. It allowed me to push my rear end over and get me to a point where I could kind of get straddled on the rock and just, you're going to see me engage and disengage the front axle a couple times. But we do end up getting pulled over that thing and still maintaining that that clean sweep perfect score on this course. So it is now the next morning, and I really wish I would have gotten more video of some of the other guys running and stuff like that. But between helping my daughter get through her courses in trail buggy, driving my own 3 different classes, and helping score and judge in the groups that I was in, it just kind of slips and you don't always get to the filming you want. Plus, I tend to get very camera shy during comp stuff. But as you've seen in One Night Unlimited, my trucks decided to do something else. The comp area here at home is coming along extremely nicely. But speaking of running 3 classes, we did pretty good yesterday. And the optic is indeed comp worthy, but we brought home some hardware. First in Unlimited, second in Trail Buggy, and then third in Pro Mod. It was an awesome day with some awesome people. We had a really good time. Overall, really happy with where my cars are at performance wise. I'm still getting used to that 4-wheel steer car, because my steering is the opposite of how I used to drive it on my 2.2 Unlimited car. I used to do my rear steer with my right hand, and I used to use my trigger finger and my thumb as my main steering, and now it's all backwards. So I'm still getting used to it, but it's so easy that getting used to it is just becoming very natural and super simple. But very happy with where those cars are at. Super bummed out that they canceled Nationals East this year. Like I said, Rob's gonna put on an event, not to replace Nationals, just for something for us local guys to have a multi-day event with 5 courses plus the finals, instead of just doing the three courses in each class on one day. Should be a really good time. Should be super fun, and I can't wait for that. And I'm looking for as many WERCROCK events as I can try to attend between here and probably like 4-hour drive. So I'm right near Louisville, Kentucky. If you guys know of any events that are not super far away, I'm down to drive to come play. But until next time, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, stay poised, and we'll see you next time.